I'm going to show you a very simple and easy way to beat the portal pile. This is a Lost Legends. You get this cool guy with a golden helmet as the reward, and we're going to start a new game here. It's slow to start, but once you get it set up, it's smooth sailing. It's not difficult. It's not hard at all. You can just sit back and AFK, and you win the avatar. And it really shows people that you're awesome in multiplayer. First things first, check for jungle, check for badlands. Cool, we have jungle and badlands nearby. I'm gonna put a marker on jungle because I need to go there right away. Grab some stone. We want to grab at least half of our LAs on stone as we start. Grab the petrified tree there. And we're running far away because we get 20 seconds until the piglins spawn, and we want to make sure that we have really high yield trees set to our LA so that we can harvest wood during the entire time while we're defending, quote unquote. So I'm just going to put one on each big tree here, and then teleport back to the base. So we're going to teleport back to the base now, and we're going to find out, we're going to look at the compass at the top of our screen and see which direction they're coming from. So they're coming from the northeast here, and I'm just going to try to funnel them in like so. So I'm just going to kind of make a little V shape like that, try to get them in there, and I'm going to aggro them. I'm going to let them beat on me and shoot at me and try to get their attention, try to make them come this direction. Just kill the guys that won't get it in the funnel. Don't kill too many. Here's the thing. If you kill too many of these dudes, then the game will simply kill them all for you. Also, try to kill the ranged ones. Let the little club dudes live. So, kill all the ranged piglins. Let the club ones survive because they, for whatever reason, these little ranged dudes can climb walls, but the club ones kinda can't. It's weird. So we're going to build a carpenter hut now behind these walls. And, you know, I'm just going to kill a few more. Also, they do get smart and try to run around. So we're going to... Now we have them boxed in. They're in prison. They've been bad, naughty little piglins, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to reinforce our little prison hut here. And there we go. Just thicken the walls from this side. Not too crazy, right? Pretty simple stuff. And what this is going to do is this is going to stall for time for us. Also, you can build walls inside and trap them even more, but sometimes this has a negative effect. This might push them over the wall, which you got to be careful about. But let's try it. So building inside, sometimes bad. Let's see if it pushes them up over the wall. And, well, it's pushing one there. He might climb over. But that's fine. So we have the carpenter hut healing the wall, so that one got on top, and he might attack the base later, but it's fine. So we're just going to, again, continue reinforcing our little prison section here. Just thicken the walls, preferably on the outside as much as possible. And if they fall over, we'll just kill them. It's whatever. There we go. So we have 5 left alive. Don't go below, like, 4 or 3, because the game will just kill the remaining ones and start the next run, and you don't want that. So these are pretty darn thick walls. They're going to last you quite a while. And at this point, now we begin the real walling. So we're going to just start building the walls. So gate into wall. And you're going to honeycomb the entire base as you're stuck on round 1. So that's the first step. Just start honeycombing your base. And give your main base a lot of breathing room, because you want to build a lot of stuff inside here later to protect it from ranged attack siege monsters. Siege piglins. So right now we're just honeycombing, standard procedure, standard stuff. And if the piglins eventually break our little prison wall there, well, they're going to they're going to have another honeycomb to break through. And there we go. Also, we want to make sure that the carpenter hut encapsulates this building, but also this side as well. And there we go. We have one honeycomb essentially complete. Also, these little villagers, they sometimes tend to hold the gates open, but that's okay because we're going to have a bunch of turrets and stuff set up too. And let's just start grabbing everything around here. You don't have to grab the resources around if you don't want to, but I'm going to go grab some more trees, and let me speed this up for you because this would be a pretty long video if I don't. So at this point, you know, we're sitting pretty, so I'm going to speed up the footage now, and we're going to grab wood. There we go. And then teleport back, and we're going to grab some stone from the Badlands, which is that direction. All right, very cool. So we're going to go to these big trees here. That's the main, you know, things that you can harvest for stone. And then just more stone. This map actually looks kind of like a bad spawn, to be fair. But we can still make it work. Just harvest, you know, as much stone as you can, and then go back and start honeycombing your base again. Let's slow the footage back down. All right. And here we are, back at the base. You can see that they are not making much progress on these walls at all. They are stuck in there. And the round will remain stuck for, like, until we kill them or they break free and start smashing the base. So again, more honeycombs, and it's okay to, like, use this little funnel as part of your honeycomb. It's totally fine. Don't worry too much about it. Don't overthink your initial honeycomb, because you're going to be honeycombing way, way, way more here in a little while. You only need a honeycomb to the enemy portals, and not much more than that. And we have plenty of time to do this. We're not on a time constraint. We're not worried about being attacked. We are free to just build some nice walls here. We're going to get some turrets up, and then we sit back and we just have a snack while we win the game and collect the reward. There we go. Build more walls. And like I said, you're going to want lots and lots of honeycombing. Alright, sometimes it's a little difficult to get the lining right, but there we go. And I am low on wood, so let's go back to the jungle and harvest some more stuff. There we go. Onwards to the jungle. Just collect all the wood. And once we cap out our wood, we will get those LAs back. And where was our honeycomb? Where do we end it? Looks like over here. So let's get the walls going. And if you're fast, you can keep the LAs working on the big trees, which it looks like we're pretty quick today. That's fun. And you need to honeycomb everything, not just around the portals, by the way. If you don't, well, monsters tend to go around. Things get a little wild and wacky, so. And we're gonna need a lot more honeycombing too than this. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You're gonna want way more honeycombing. So how's our little prison doing? It looks like they're breaking through the path of least resistance here, so we'll just add another layer there, keep them busy for just a tad bit longer. And we're gonna need... It sucks to have water spawn around your base, especially in this mode. It can make things a little difficult. But we do want more honeycombing, especially like around here. Because we want to keep... we want their armies to be distracted for as long as possible. And without... we also want them not to be able to go around through the water. So, there's not really a good way to do that, other than to just encapsulate the whole area. But if you wall enough of it, they won't go entirely around. They're not that smart. So, just wall what you can, essentially. And because they're going to spawn facing your base, they're not going to spawn on the back end here. But sometimes they will aggro the walls, and then they'll start walking around, and that's fine, it's whatever. But we can also start spamming some towers down now. And you want to make sure that when you're placing your first set of towers, that you're not placing it in attack range of the piglins you have in prison. So, you also want to, you know, you're going to need to tower all of your honeycombs, not just the initial bits. So let's do, you know, just spam them out. Spam them out like this. You don't have to be pretty with them. Just use all your builders. Make sure that you're gathering stone. Also, make sure you're gathering wood. Go ahead and grab this high-yield stone. Grab the trees. And let's see. Let's go back to the jungle there and speed this up a bit. There we go. Yes, we are speeding things up because that makes a more watchable video, does it not? Alright, and we're grabbing all the trees that we can. And that should be 1,000 right there. Cool stuff. And then you just spam, at this point, you just spam towers. You just flood the area with towers. And we're going to build more, but we don't have it unlocked yet. So just completely build as many towers as you can. We can speed up, you know, this little bit too here. Also, you want carpenter huts covering all your walls and all of your honeycombs. There we go. Get some more stone. We're going to need more stone, more wood. Always more wood. You're basically going to just be fully prepared by the second round. And it is that easy. They didn't really think this through that much. I don't have any LAs to build with, so let's continue spamming towers around the base. And remember, our little prison area, where's it at? There it is. They're still in there. They're still trying to make progress. Give them another layer. You can always sell these layers later. It's fine, or you can just keep it as a memoir of, you know, the original piglins, right? So anywhere that there's not like a blue square, go ahead and throw down. You know, you're gonna want a bunch of these. You're gonna want a bunch of carpenter huts covering all the walls, repairing everything constantly. Don't feel bad if you don't get it perfect. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It just needs to be covering everything that you've built. And I know that sounds like a lot of pressure, but don't worry about it. Did I just walk through the wall? No, okay. I walked through the wall for a second. And again, these carpenter huts, they pay for themselves. I know they're a little expensive on stone, especially early, but we have all the time in the world to grab stone. So don't feel bad. Just throw them down, man. Just get them down. Place them. And, you know, we can actually kind of, like, close off this area if we want. Like that. And you will want gates, too. Let's grab more trees, even though these are, like, really crappy, low-yield, terrible trees. They're still trees. They still work. Put more walls, and then just try to close off the area. So that's as close as that's gonna get. Okay, we need to go back to the jungle, but we also need more stone. Gotta grab more stone. Gotta go to the jungle, get more wood. Wood and stone, that is the name of the game at the start here. Try to grab the big trees. There we are. And, you know, I've searched them at many times to try to get beetle or parrot, and I've never found them on this mode. So I think you're stuck with horse. The horse mount. Which is unfortunate, but that's just how it be. There we go, and then... Did I never build the wall that kind of closes the loop here? Okay, I'm waiting on wood resources, you can see. Yes, more wood, back to the jungle, or just over here in the distance in the meadow. Meadow's not really the best place for wood. But there is some wood. Alright, more wood, yes. More wood, more stone. And everything's still good. The 5 piglins still in prison. Still feeling the wrath of us, I guess. And there we go, that is... It's about as close as that's gonna be. I know they can still kind of cross around here. But we're gonna tower all of this up. It's totally fine. So let's start working on that now. And remember, don't let them near the prison. Towers must not touch that prison. You can tower that area up later. So we're just going to start throwing some towers down. It's okay. And we're going to put towers on the other side of the wall. Once we get coal, we're going to get towers like crazy. More wood, or more stone. More wood, so you can see wood in the distance. There's the jungle. Just run for it. Just go grab it. It's there to grab. We have, like I said, you have infinite time now. Once you set this up, you can sit back and do nothing and just build upgrades to your towers. And they will kill all the piglins as soon as they spawn. Makes it super, super easy. Real simple stuff. Alright, and tower. Again, we are just towering up everything here. All the walls towered. Just waiting on some builders. We're going to actually need more stone. So that is Badlands. Badlands for stone for now. You can also just run around with your stone harvester, you know, just on your cursor and like, there's some stone. Whenever it turns blue, you know there's stone there. And you can just kind of swipe your mouse around, or your controller, whatever you're playing on, if you want to find some. Let's see, I am full on wood, so this is just a stone harvesting mission now. So here we go. Off to the Badlands. And like I said, this Badlands spawn wasn't the best. Not a lot of big, thick stone trees. Because you're going to need a lot of stone to do this, to make more walls, more towers, all the fun stuff. Just throw down workers everywhere. Yep, just grab all the little bits of stone. There's some over here. Right there. A little bit there. 600 plus 350. I mean, technically that's 1,000, but I want to be like, I want to over-harvest, preferably. Not a lot of stone on this map. It's actually not the best spawn, but hey, we can still do it. Alright, you just want to make sure every single front here is towered up nicely. I'm going to tower the outside too. They'll kill some of these towers, by the way. Also, you'll notice the carpenter hut wasn't quite covering this area, so now we have it covered. And again, more towers. These towers are going to be rapid firing once we get the redstone unlocked, so it's fine. Oh, I just made towers near the prison, so we might be starting the next round soon. Because that tower will definitely start shooting. Nope. Okay, cool. Guess not. That's fine. We're still good, but I did make a mistake there. Sometimes the towers will shoot, sometimes they won't. And you'll see the like that this is really well defended for several rounds. It's the later rounds that you're going to have a skeleton army. And the skeleton army is what's going to shoot down the siege enemies. You're going to have to do a little bit of micro on that. Or the siege enemies will never be able to shoot your base because you've honeycombed properly. There's really two outcomes. Alright, we gotta grab all the stone. Lots of stone in the meadow, thankfully, but it's all small stones. But wait, because we need the trees too. And this just, it's so easy to do it this way, guys. It is insanely easy. It's chill. The piglins aren't breaking out of that prison anytime soon. The walls are being constantly healed. We got tons of towers. Even if they did break out and start the match early, you know, like, we're set. We're set for a while, dude. And you're going to get a lot of resources every time you finish a round, so you're going to get a ton of stone and a ton of wood from just beating each wave. So you might as well milk the map as much as possible before it even technically begins. There's no reason not to. I'm waiting on more allays so I can stack up some more gathering here. Alright, so that's good. Another 1,000 stone and wood. Let's see. So we got that one. We don't have towers on the outside. You don't want to tower too much on the outside because you want scatter towers later. You're going to want a lot of other things too. You're going to want frost traps, and that's 150 stone each. Let's see, how's this one looking? This one's looking pretty decked out. But it could be better. So there we go. We're man-moding this. And we actually need more internal honeycombs. We can do that later. It's not a big deal right now. Because we're going to use a lot of upgrade buildings too. So you'll notice that we're out of resources. We've got a double layer of towers, a double or triple layer of honeycombing, depending on how you look at it. So, again, just a little bit more prep and we'll begin. It's very simple stuff. Those are wood trees, okay. Hello? Game? Let me harvest those? Go here. Grab the big boy trees. Yes, big boy trees are the best trees. And then we want to go meadow. Yes, we want to go meadow, get some more stone. Not a lot of stone left really on the map, but that's okay. Like I said, we're going to get more from the waves. Down there, that's only 30 though. Grab these little two piles as soon as my LA comes up. Alright, and for upgrades, I forget if the game gives you upgrades. It's been a long time since I've actually done this. I did it on the day like the game launched, and it's been about a month now since it's come out. So, if there's upgrades, then obviously we want to rush skeletons, and we want to rush the battle drum, which is redstone and diamond. And then after that, that's pretty much all you need. You can get kaboomery if you want more damage, scatter towers with coal. I mean, once you have skeletons, you kill the siege, and then your towers will be invincible. You can get masonry. We get iron on round 2, so you can start doing masonry if you want, but it's not really necessary. You don't really need it. Alright, so we got double layer on that. Double layer on that portal, and there's 3 portals. So you want to make sure that you've... this one's kind of double layered. You could use a little bit more on the back end here. So, a little bit more on that. That's the piglin prison, so whatever. Okay, so we got And then as far as these, like, on the outskirts, you know, you can just put a little bit, make sure they're in the range of your, of your carpenter huts. They don't have to be, but it does help. Just make sure everything's in the range of the carpenter huts. And yes, we're a very powerful base now. Very awesome, and we can honeycomb as we play. It's not a big deal. But you can also, you know, do some internal stuff here. But just pull out your carpenter hut, make sure everything is blue on the ground. That means they're all receiving healing and buffs from the carpenter huts. And then once you've done that, you know, there's not much else. You can flood this area with towers too if you want. We're doing pretty good. I would recommend it. You also can flood the internal area because the way it's going to work is, since we're not honeycombing too hard, they will break through the walls eventually. Like, they're going to break through, make a hole in the wall. And you're going to want stuff inside here they can also shoot. But we can always do that later. It's not a big deal. But I want more towers. Because once we have the towers, all we have to do is upgrade them. And then we're good. So you start with masonry, and then it's going to give us more upgrades. And we're just going to build skeleton archers. And that's it. Skeleton archers and towers. That's what the doctor ordered. Go ahead and grab stone. You can get these little baby trees. They're not really worth it, though. Alright, back to our magnificent base. Yes, indeed. And let's see, how much free space do we have here? And you'll notice that there's not a carpenter hut, you know, guarding these towers. So you know what we have to do, right? We have to make another carpenter hut. And we want to make sure it encapsulates them all. So we're going to go right there. There we go. Always make sure all your towers are carpenter hutted. That is way more value if you do it that way. We do need, you know, like I said, we're going to prepare. We're going to hardcore prepare. The piglins won't, they're going to step out of the form like, whoa, what happened? I thought this area was safe. And they're just going to get shot and killed. Oh, this is a nice little stone outcropping here, so we're going to grab it as soon as an alley becomes available. So just do some epic spins here. There we go, got it. Here's the portal. And yep. Just go ahead and throw more towers, man. Oh, you can't have enough. You won't have enough. And if you really want to get super min-maxy, you could put walls around each little tower if you want, man. Like, I'm not going to say no to that, but that would take a while for the video if you walled in every single one of these outer towers. It's totally up to you. You don't need it because we're just going to use freeze traps for the melees. And boy, there's a whole lot of space up here for more towers, isn't there? A whole lot of space. And I want to use that space. I'm sorry, guys, but I want to be prepared for this. Indeed. Oh, man. Okay, let's grab some more stone, grab some more wood, grab some more stone, whatever stone exists out here. And we'll just manually run back because there's not much going on right now. There we are. And throw more towers. That is not the front. That is the side. This is the front of this one. See, this one's pretty well towered up, I would say. Just throw 6 more towers. We're just spamming towers right now, man. We're just spamming towers. Get a tower behind that wall. Get those walls nice and beefed. All right, that's another row for them. Oh, I was supposed to build it up here, wasn't I? Well, you know what that means. Go gather more materials. That's exactly what that means. So, more wood, more stone. Wood. Back to base. And we go west. We got the jump buff right now, so that's cool. Just getting more wood, getting more stone. Actually, this stone, we got 2,000 wood on queue, so. Stone, somewhere. I don't know where. Alright, so that last little ledge there, we'll just tower spam that up. Give it a cropper, not a cropper. Carpenter hut, that's what I meant to say. Oh, it's already carpenter hutted, that's cool. Oh, wait. That's not it. That is not the one I was thinking of. But you can see, we're, round one, we're very stacked, guys. And you know what? Just to be safe, I can also, tower that little spot. Bros, Carpenter Hut win. Carpenter Hut. Activate. Just build the towers. Build them. Alright, I think we're very well prepared. We can actually begin the, we can begin, but before you begin, there's one other thing that you can technically do. You can save and then leave, and then if you use cloud storage, and like something goes bad, like if a siege monster spawns and then they just one-shot your base, which can happen. It's unfortunate when it happens, but it can totally happen. Also, is there a hole there? I don't know why there's a hole there. You can also, do another gate because these villages are just going to leave the doors open. Just because, not. You don't want them running through doorways. But essentially, what was I saying? Essentially, you can abuse cloud storage now that you have this all set up, and if things don't work out, then you can just load cloud storage, and then you can try again, and hopefully you won't have a bad luck streak this time. So I'm just gonna go get more resources, and then we shall begin the game. And then I'll show you what to do after that, because it's real simple, man. Like, once you do that step, it is, I don't need to be in jungle. There's no stone in jungle. So let's go somewhere else. Let's go south. Do more honeycombs. But we can do that later. It's fine. It's no rush. Like, those towers are going to last all the way up until, like, round 16 or 17. And if you fortify them correctly with kaboomeries and spyglasses and all the other fun things, then they're never gonna die. If you use masonry properly. The spyglass and the battle drum really overpower your towers. Like, battle drum is by far the best upgraded for towers, and people just don't use it. I guess they just don't realize how strong, how truly good it is for them, for their build. We need more stone, though, so we're just out here grabbing the stone, grabbing the trees. So, we want to max out these resources, and then let's grab. We are already harvesting that. There's some nice stone little blocks there. Awesome stuff. Alright, let's find the little prison cell that we had, and I could unbuild this. Like, you don't really need it, but that's a lot of work. So how do we kill the piglins if we can't get in? Just make a few towers, dude. The towers will kill them. That's what towers do. They're just gonna shoot them now. And down they go. Alright, and then that is round one completed. So round two now. And man, does this look undefended. So, well, we're just gonna throw some towers down. That's what we do. Just throw some towers down. And now we have 60 piglins. I don't even have to watch. Also, make sure you go and collect this little chest every round, or sometimes it doesn't stack properly. So now we can build a masonry, but we don't have enough iron. So that's round two completed. Like I said, it gets pretty darn simple. And then we can make sure to go back and get that chest. That chest fills up after every round. Go grab it. And make sure you spend your stone and your wood. Like, right now we have some, what is it? Coal? Don't spend that yet. You want to spend that on kaboomeries. And we're going to build the carpenter hut out here, because why not? And there we go. The piglins, like, look, they're just dying on their own. I'm not even having to watch them. They're just dead. They're running into the tower, and they're just dying. So we just maxed out our iron, which is unfortunate, but there you go. So now we have more iron. We can build a masonry now. Masonry is cool. So masonry will turn your buildings into stone, which gives them more defense. We can also build units, but there's really no units worth building. You want to save everything for archers. We don't need anything at the moment. So we want one masonry at each main entrance. So we're going to go ahead and just throw a masonry there. And then kaboomery, coal storage. All right, cool. Remember, get the reward. There we go. And now we can build a kaboomery. We have a masonry, a carpenter hut. Let's get that kaboomery. There we go. And that's actually not even at the front gate. It should have been building it over here. So you can always unbuild them and build them elsewhere. So don't worry too much. Also, you gotta spend your resources too, man, because we're capping out on stone and wood. You just start spamming them everywhere. But we have 5 seconds to go get our home chest. Remember, don't let the round end before getting this chest. Wave 6, there we go. We got diamond. Now what you want to do, at your base, slap down a skeleton spawner. And spend your diamond on the skeleton spawner for now. You want as many skeletons as possible. Just blow it all on skeletons. And by the way, you can command them all too. But for now, we're just going to leave them at the base. Like so. Hold on, let me really push command. There we go. So that's another wave completed. And there we go. Again, spend... Just buy archers. That's all you're buying. You don't need anything else. You don't need warriors. Just archers. Also, you'll notice that I'm gold and wood capped. Iron capped too, that's fine. Just build more towers everywhere. It's really simple. Alright, and then we can build another kaboomery. I'm just going to build it out here. And then a masonry. I'm just going to build it out here. And what is our resource? We have redstone, but we need 150. And don't worry, the archers will shoot anything that comes close. So that's what they're there for. The archers will keep us safe, keep your base safe. That one's kind of floating. Grab the chest. We are on... There we go. And I do have more supply, so more skellies. There we go. Now, we need the battle drums. So we're going to open the menu here. And we can also build ice traps with our stone now. Battle drums. Slump that on. We'll do number 6. Boomery here. Let's see. Oh, I need 200. Dang, that's weird. Did they must have... It used to be 150. They must have changed it in a patch. Weird, but hey, whatever. Boomery is also 200. You can do a spyglass soon, since we have skeletons capped. But, here, we need more towers. Start dropping more towers. Just drop them everywhere you can. And you'll see, like, some of the enemies, they're a little beefy. And they're going to be doing some damage, but everything's being repaired. Everything is slowly, surely turning to stone. Our last line of defense is the most powerful. Again, spend it. Make sure you get these skellies. There we go. Oh, and open the chest, too. Booyah. There we go. Let's see. Now we get the battle drum. Yes, the battle drum only affects towers, not your skellies, so don't worry too much about them. Battle drum... It's not really the best spot, but it's fine. And then another kaboomery. Throw one right there. Where else? Masonry. Throw one right there. Also, gather the stone out of the base. What are you doing, game? And that's another wave complete. You can see that these are starting to... you need to repair your walls if you can, because they will start smashing into them. It can get a little scary. It's fine, though. Just build another layer behind them. It's fine. It's totally fine. 140 piglins this time. We do have 10 more supply cap. Alright, so that is another kaboomery. Now, it looks like this area is getting kind of beat up, so we're going to drop some buffs around there. And you can also fight, too. You can also use your skeletons, like... That's what the skeletons are there for, right? And, look, they're starting to spill in a bit, so we need to just spam more towers. Fine. The skeletons will keep the base safe from these guys. You don't have to worry about them. Just need more towers. More buff towers. I also, I want to start getting the spyglass. There it is. And then we'll put that on 3. I don't really need it right now. Get more resources after that last piglin's dead. Boom, and then get the last skeletons. Alright. Very cool. So now we can spyglass. So they'll start shooting further. And that's basically it. We're just going to, let's swap. We don't need... We want to still start getting scatter towers for the front. Scatter towers are absolutely beastly when buffed up. So don't be afraid to build them. They're basically like 3 towers in one, and when they're being buffed by like the kaboomery, the spyglass, the battle drums, they are, man, are they beefy. They're super spooky. So there we go. We're on wave 11 or wave 12 now. Grab the resources. Look at that. More kaboomeries. All right, we've got a kaboomery there. How about this corner? We don't have one over here yet. We'll start. There's kaboomery, masonry. They're already being masonried by something. Battle drum. And spyglass. Also, iron. You can start building protection towers around your base, which is pretty good to do. So I'm going to put that on my hotbar now, on place of number 4. And yes, start building those around. Get the chest, because that's another wave completed. New stun tower, you start building stun towers. You don't really need them. I don't use them for anything, but you'll see that the protection towers, they kind of suck. But you need to surround this with protection towers so that they can't just nuke it with a siege. Alright, I already have that masonry, actually. That too, I think, yes. So, we can masonry inside here if we want. And then battle drum inside here. We don't really need scatter towers on your inner defense, but we will. You know, at this point, I'm not even spinning my stone and wood, really. It's just capping out. Also, you can start just spamming towers on the outskirts, too, but you don't want to do it too much, because you might need... I'm going to grab some archers just to kind of have. I'm going to grab half of them. And if we see any really big boys, I'm going to use the command menu to shoot them. Right now, no big guys over there. I can build more spyglass towers, actually. So let's put a spyglass tower there. I don't even know if it needs it. I'm just throwing them down. Right? So using the command menu is how I'm going to focus fire the big boys. I've got 50 archers on me. Also, the archers will just passively shoot stuff by following me around if I'm near enemies. And I didn't grab the chest. Whoops. We lost some resources there, but it's okay. More protection towers needed. There we go. And then more towers just kind of on the inside. Just make a row on the inside, because you never know when you'll need them. Let's see. Battle drum. I already have a battle drum. We do another masonry. Battle drum over here, maybe. Yeah, sure, why not? Spyglass over here, because why wouldn't we? You're just going to spam your upgrades all over the place. And is this covered? I believe this is covered with protection towers. So that's totally fine. So just more towers on the inside. But again, don't make it too clustered, because we need our archers to be able to focus fire if something is still alive. So we're on wave 15 now. Alright. Grab the rewards. More upgrade towers. Let's see, we can throw a spyglass here, because why wouldn't we? Throw another line of towers. Battle drum. Masonry. How many masonries we got now? But yeah, this is all you do. You just upgrade everything. And a kaboomery. Alright, so you hear that noise? That is siege. We need to find out where that's coming from. These big boys. We need to focus fire them. We need to get our skeletons out there. And we need to just take them out. So there we go. Skeletons fire. And the skeletons will basically take them out. And skeletons focus fire that one. And because we have protection towers, they won't hurt the base. Sometimes. Sometimes they go through anyway. Now at this point, you can just patrol the outsides. Scatter towers are great. You know, just build scatter towers. It's going to take all your coal. It's fine. Alright. And, now, remember the big boys. You want to snipe the big boys with your archers. So focus fire. See how we're focus firing the big guy? He's going to go down. Now, those guys do a lot of damage. We have a lot of archers in the base still. So that's one big boy down. This is wave 17. This is when things start breaking. But we have scatter towers for the big boys. You know, everything's got masonries and... Oh, let's go get those rewards. They're starting to stack up in that chest. Because we wanna throw more stuff out. Plenty of archers in the base in case something gets through. Get out here. And, oh, see, these towers are all gone. Oh, throw more towers out. Get a battle drum. Get a masonry. Get a kaboomery. Get a spyglass. This is the offensive tower pusher right here, man. Oh boy, the kamikaze bros. We got 100 skellies. The skellies are shooting. Remember, we want to kill big boys. Skellies are for the big boys. The skellies will... They're fine. Let's check this camp. The kamikaze dudes, because we honeycombed, were fine. You can see they're starting to. Oh, our skellies are getting rolled up on. That's fine. Everything's good. Everything's being repaired. Just throw down more towers. Just throw down more towers. We're on wave 18. Piglins are dying. This is where things start getting really hard. The big boys really start showing up. So let's try to grab that chest reward now, because our resources are starting to drain a bit. Just a little bit. More towers, especially over here, because they're all dead. And by the way, I can teleport back home with my army. That's fine if the base starts getting attacked. You can grab the chest like that. There we go. So that's more towers, just more towers everywhere. Just start throwing them down. Fine. And look at them go. We got a lot of big boys sieging down our stuff, but everything's pretty much stoned, explosive. It's really good. And like I said, the towers. Now see, these are getting a little hurt. It's fine. We have archers. We have towers with range. Now they've broken the gate here. This is why we have the skeleton archers, man. This is why we just throw down more towers. Alright, that is wave 19. And, at this point, just wall it off. I'm not even going to walk out in that direction anymore. Last wave, right? Okay. So we've basically capped our resources. Remember, look for the siege guys. This is wave 20. This is the last wave. We're looking for the really big dudes. We want to focus down the big dudes. There's a lot of big dudes, especially on this side. So let's get some scatter towers. Throw them down. We got the coal. It's fine. Now I'm getting hurt too. And you'll see that. Look at the number just drop. Our base completely fine. We got plenty on defense. We're losing skeletons, so let's buy more. Reinforce. Every skeleton is basically a tower. All right. 13, 10, 9, 7. Flawless victory. Our base wasn't hit once, I don't think. And you see the big guys? They're tanky, man. They can take a beating. You just build scatter towers behind them, and then they die. The scatter towers are like having 3 archers with explosive bolts, and they shoot fast because of the battle drums. It's oh, and then the siege guy here. That was the last unit. There you go. So we just completed the challenge, super easy mode. There you go. That's all there is to it. Lost Legend complete. That is the easiest possible way to do this. It is just super easy. I don't know an easier way to do it, but because it's all you got to do. You just box in the piglins on the first round, and that only took an hour 19 minutes. Which I mean, it's worth it for this guy because you never see this dude in PvP. So there you go. That's the video. I'm Swole Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be bro and stay swole. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next cool video. I've got a lot coming out. And with that said, click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, if you attempt this, you're going to have bad luck and the game will crash or something.